McDonald's. Now, maybe it finishes at midday. I don't know. Okay, councils and carols. A number of councils are canning their carols by candlelight. The big one will go in on the city, as Martin Pakula told us this week. But a number of councils are dumping them because of COVID. I think they're a bit early making that decision. I think there would be, the way we're going, a way to do it, and I think you could do it safely. You could do it with social distancing. I mean, they're not all going to get themselves full of the singing syrup and hug each other at the carols. Monash Council is one of those that's already dumped the plans. Councillor Theo Zographos is on the line from Monash Council. Good morning.
Good morning, Neil.
So why? Why have they dumped it? Why have you dumped it at Monash?
Well, my understanding, speaking to officers, is that it's not clear the technology that's going to be used at the Melbourne Cup, which is a trial. It's not clear whether that will be available to councils by Christmas. So on that basis, the decision was made last month to cancel the Monash Carols. It takes about 3 months to plan for them. Usually it's a huge event. And at that point, it wasn't clear whether we would come out of lockdown. Since then, it's not clear whether the technology is available to councils.
But the way we're going, we'll be at 90%, and basically all bets are off. You can do just about what you like.
Certainly, at face value, it seems to me that it could go ahead, but the expert advice is that at this point it can't. The decision has been made to cancel them. If an event was held today on that basis, you'd have to manually check people's status, and that can't be done for 25,000 people. So hopefully the trial goes well next week. And, if there's any small chance that councils like Monash can review that decision, you'll be the first to know, and I'll be back in touch with you on that point.
But basically it could have gone ahead if the technology was available from the government.
Certainly that's the advice that I have, and we've asked a question, about how it works and how it would be implemented, and the answer has been, at this point, not forthcoming with specific details. So that's what's come to me, and I'm sure that, other councils would have asked the same questions. Okay.
Thank you very much for that. Here we go again, confusion and sloppiness. Basically the infrastructure, is that word, the equipment wasn't available to allow them to run the carols. If the equipment's available, you can say, yeah, we'll run it, and if we need to, we'll use the equipment, but by Christmas Eve or thereabouts, by into December, we should have passed the 90%, in which case we could have them anyway. So there must be a way to save. Is your local council doing it or not? Anyway, that was Councillor Theo Zographos from Monash Council.
You were talking about people who've had a passion since young days in their lives, and I wanted to be a councillor since I was 8.
Good grief. Did your parents consider therapy for that?
Yeah, I think they've considered a lot of things over the years, but they're actually probably responsible, because I was at an event and the mayor was acknowledged, and I said to them, what's a mayor? And they told me, and I thought that was pretty cool. So here we are.
Well, okay. How old were you when you became a councillor?
Well, I stood as soon as I could, which was I was 19. However, I was unsuccessful on the first attempt, and then I spent 4 years in the local government political wilderness and got in 23, and it's been almost 9 years now. So it's been fantastic, really.
It is as good as you expected, being a councillor?
Look, I think, the community have a different perspective on the value of councils. I've certainly become more experienced into how to be more effective at doing the job. I think, it's hard because you get paid peanuts to do it, and it has an impact on the family and your day activity. But it's been great. I mean, the community's fantastic. The mayor that year was also the Liberal candidate.
So tell me, what's your job? What's your normal job? Regular?
I've got a day job in the corporate sector. So,
okay. All right. Theo, thank you very much. That's fascinating. Age 8. I would have thought most 8-year-olds wouldn't have a clue they wouldn't have a clue what a council was or a councillor was, and wouldn't. Gee, imagine if your 8-year-old came to you and said, I've decided I want to be Lord Mayor of Melbourne. Sally will tell you about it.